You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I am Chillmonger. This is Rosales Comics. Also, hey, finger touch.
Boom.
We're talking about the multiverse. There was a tweet that I put up recently, and it's a thought that I've been having often about the multiverse, about the word MCU. So I said that Deadpool and Wolverine was not an MCU film, which your world is probably shaking right now if you're one of the people who have been responding to me all day. Being produced by Marvel Studios does not make you MCU. The U in MCU stands for universe. The whole film, aside for one scene, spoilers, the one with Happy Hogan, aside from one scene, happened outside of the universe that we nickname the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what I say. Daniel, is that true, false? Do you see what's going on? Why is this a controversial statement?
It's a controversial statement because Marvel is in a flux right now. They are moving towards something different from what we are currently viewing. Your Marvel Cinematic Universe by the
Yes.
end of 2025 will be no more. Okay, so this universe is going to be gone. It's a dead horse. We're moving away from it.
You're
No
you're you're
more.
talking about Secret Wars. You're talking about an incursion. You're talking about a storyline plot that will undo what like regular everyday life in that universe. That's what you mean, right?
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay.
And so the MCU can take and actually it can actually take a different meaning. It could be a multi comic book universe where you have all of the different storylines and the universes. Love that sigh. It's silent, but I heard it anyway. Uh, Coming together to join up and make one big final thing because they do got to reset. Everybody's getting old. You got to replace the old with the new when it comes to actors. They're not like real, they're not the characters that they are. They can't live on forever, the actors. So you got to replace them. And if you're not willing to replace the characters because they are so attached with the actors, unless it's Thunderbolt Ross or Rhodey, then, the characters got to die off with the actors. So, yeah,
So the sigh was you're playing with the words, and I agree with everything about actors' age. It was a 17-year run. Let's schedule an ending. And then we can start all over from phase one of a brand new reboot, like DC is. I agree with that kind of stuff. But Marvel Comics universe or nah, bro, the MCU or the remember how we were watching Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and in another universe they called themselves the 838, and they were designating numbers. The MCU is one of those universes with a designated number. To call Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness an MCU film, yeah, it starts in the MCU, then they literally leave the universe to go to another universe where there's only paint. Remember that one? For like a second they were in there, the paint universe. There was
yes, I do.
the universe where green and red mean different. It means green means red means go, green means stop. There's the Doctor Strange sacrificed himself versus Thanos in the 838 universe. That was another universe. I don't call that the MCU because I don't call that the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We can say that this is cinematic. It takes place in Marvel, but it's not that universe that we've nicknamed MCU. MCU only means one place.
Did the
And the
multiverse is the multiverse of madness a MCU film?
because it began in the MCU, because they fought in like Wanda and the Darkhold in the MCU, it was an MCU film that visited outside. But Deadpool and Wolverine is an alternate universe show. They were in the Void, in the TVA, in what's his Fox unit? What's got 10005? They were in that universe. Deadpool happened outside of the MCU for the
Is
majority
the
of it.
Void part of the MCU because of the Loki TV show?
The Loki TV show is not in the MCU. They leave.
It's not.
He gets pruned right away. The whole thing happens with them visiting all these other places and existences
So
in
you
time.
you don't count any of the television series or TV movies, if you will, that play out in 8 parts, part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though Feige specifically said they would be part of it. So you don't
No,
you don't believe Feige?
no, you took my words the wrong way. Every show is MCU canon, but Loki. Loki was the one that left the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I wasn't saying being on TV makes you not MCU. Ms.
Okay.
Marvel, Kamala Khan, and all of her ongoings were
Hmm.
related to her movie appearance. This is the same universe. They even went ahead and backdoored and brought Netflix's shows Daredevil. and now they're considering it canon. At least they changed the position where it is on Disney Plus. So I mean, that's enough for me. I consider that part of the same universe because they consider it the same universe,
Hmm.
even when they were pretending sometimes that Jessica Jones didn't happen, Luke Cage and Punisher and all of them didn't happen.
Okay. Of course, being the devil's advocate here, I want to ask you this question:
We got to straighten
if
it out.
Deadpool and Wolverine, those two characters from this particular film,
Hmm.
wind up in a Marvel Cinematic Universe, then retroactively, just like the Daredevil movie or the Daredevil TV shows becomes MCU canon, this movie will be MCU canon.
No, because they made a point to say we're universe 10005. So the characters will have joined the MCU, but it doesn't mean like they were always in the universe. They were in another universe. They were
But it
in,
happened.
yeah, and now they happen to be in the main universe, which is called the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe we need to stop using MCU in general and just start calling it the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, because that's what it is. I tweeted that recent, and then I got a from 5 hours ago, Doomblazer. He got 8 retweets, he got 70 likes, he got eyes on this, and it started getting really hot. That's like saying Loki isn't an MCU show because it's not in the main universe. So he's recognizing that it's not in the main universe. He's just not recognizing what the U in MCU stands for. He says that the MCU expanded. It's not just one universe anymore. Let's break that one down. I'm not going to say MCU. I'm going to say what the letters stand for. The Marvel Cinematic Universe expanded. It's not just one universe anymore. A universe cannot expand to become two universes. Uni. It's isn't it Latin? Doesn't that mean like one? Isn't that the Latin term for one? When something's a universe. If a
Oh,
universe expands, maybe it gets. Huh?
well, I'm a Latin American. I don't speak Latin.
I
I
thought I
couldn't
was
tell
being
you.
smart. I thought it was one
No.
of those like maybe it's Greek.
Well,
Hold on.
maybe I'm being a smartass.
Listen. Maybe is mono the Latin word for one?
Yes,
Okay.
mono is Latin for one.
Okay, my mistake. Uni is from some other place. But to call something a universe, like you can't expand a universe to become two universes. You can make a universe bigger. Oh, there's more planets here. In real life, our universe is expanding since the Big Bang. So we can expand.
Mhm.
But this idiot or this person who incorrectly uses the term universe is making it seem like the MCU doesn't mean what I know it means, and it's the MCU is one universe. I told him I do think that about Loki. Everything I already told you guys, right? This guy down
Well,
here believes this guy.
but okay, go ahead, please. I don't mean to
The
cut you
guy
off.
says, but technically, Deadpool and Wolverine isn't because it wasn't set in the MCU either. Just one 5 minute scene with Happy Hogan, and that's it. Let's play a game. I'm gonna play this game with you, Rosales. What is your definition of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Now, what about the term Marvel Cinematic Multiverse? Are they the same definition? Because it's not for me. Define Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then I'm going to ask you MCM. Let's go.
Every comic book movie made by Disney.
Is the Marvel Cinematic Universe that would okay? What is the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse?
That would be a play on words. Um, trying to and it's okay for people to redefine words and redefine what it is, because universe used to mean everything. Okay, it's everything out there. And if you were to have a multiverse, that would mean that there's more than everything out there.
That would mean there's more universes.
Yes, another set of everything.
Yeah, the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movies. That's
You
part
got
of the multiverse.
you got everything, and then you have another everything.
Yeah.
So that diminishes the everything from before because it's not everything. So you have to redefine the word to describe everything else, which is why you have to, which is why I think people are trying to, or you are trying to go from the Marvel Cinematic Universe to the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Um, but I think whatever Disney owns and decides to do as a superhero movie is going to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including Hero 6, that Pixar cartoon.
Why not? It's under the umbrella. Therefore,
Yeah,
a universe exists where that Big Hero 6 happens. A
yeah.
plane of
And
existence.
now that Disney owns the the Fox universe of comic book heroes, that technically falls into their multiverse uh, even if it's quite maddening. The multiverse
Yo,
of
Doc,
madness.
they don't even gotta own it though. Sony has the Venom movies, and that's part of a whole nother universe. It
But
it
you know
was
there, but there is something I wanted to touch on, and we'll do it at a different time. Uh, Something about Hulk came out this weekend that nobody seems to recognize actually came out, and I find it interesting that nobody's talking about that. But we'll talk about that later. Um, this whole idea that it's separate is kind of clannish against other Marvel fan bases, and really hurts the end product. Um, if um, if if we want this to succeed, we need to pull together and stop being, like the Snyderverse is trying to destroy DC. Because they let him go and they moved on. You know, so
but
we got to accept. Oh, go ahead, please.
the Snyderverse was always one universe. What happened in Shazam, which Zack Snyder had nothing to do with, that was the same Superman. That was the same Black Adam. That was the same, the people from Peacemaker. It was always one universe. The term Snyderverse probably was incorrectly used. They should have just said Zack Snyder films. Zack Snyder worked on these things, but even the ones he didn't work on. You said something about defining the term. It is all encompassing. A universe has everything, so how could you add more everything? It's not everything though. There are restrictions on what a universe is. There are. There's so you when you added other universes, it's not like everything got more bigger with more everything. That's not true. There's the cinematic universe we've seen consists of the movies Hulk, Iron Man, back in 2008, all the way till present. Those movies. The Blade movies don't count. Those old ones from Wesley Snipes. They're not part of the universe. But if you add him, oh, okay, his universe is collected in the shared multiverse. I'm with it. I'm with it. I got you. We got to stop saying MCU. We got to start saying MCM just to be more clear when we're talking about every project Marvel produces it or Sony produces that is sharing the ability to connect with each other. I think the Marvel Cinematic, yeah.
I think Blade, though, in the movie, spoiler warning, did speak a pretty universal truth that there can only be one Blade.
Don't you dare. Like there can only be one T'Challa too, huh? That's suspicious. It seems like there's a skin tone for only ones, huh?
Well, I don't think that movie's going to get made, no matter what they say.
Shit.
They can give it an R rating, they can give it a date to release, but until they actually have a script and the guy decides, okay, we're going to film it, because he's got a green light on that. He gets the final say in the script,
Sure.
which was very smart of him. Bad for Marvel, very smart for him, because he's got a career to think of, and he's got final say in how he is represented, and he doesn't want them to screw up like they did with the Black Panther whole thing. So I understand where he's coming from.
For sure. I'm not mad at that. I'm chill. Subscribe to me. Check me out. He's Rosales Comics. His link is right up there. Right, it's right there. It's right there. It's right on screen. You got 20 seconds to click on it because those are the YouTube rules. If I could let it be up for 30 seconds, Rosales, it would be up for 30 seconds. Peace.